Hey guys, what is up and welcome back, or welcome if you're new to the channel. I feel like it's about time that I sit down and do an update on the screen time or lack thereof. It has been a few months at this point. If you follow the channel or Instagram or whatever, I stopped daily screen time at the very beginning of the summer for my 7-year-old. I kind of did it as an experiment and speaking with a couple of other friends who had done that for their kids, or maybe not even as extreme as what I have chosen to do. And so yeah, I thought I would just chit chat with you, let you know how it's going, any changes I've seen, what the plan is for the future, I am no expert. This is all trial and error. This is all like taking things day by day. I definitely get a lot of questions about it, especially in my DMs. A lot of you are curious to know what I do, any changes, or like why we've done this. Am I gonna continue it through the winter, and how you should go about doing it. Now I, full disclosure, have no idea what I am doing. I'm going through this parenthood journey for the first time, just as many of you are. My daughter is 7, and well, she'll be 8 in February. Don't want to push it though. And so she is the only child. I am an only parent, and so that is the dynamic of our household, just in case you are curious or do not know if this is one of the first videos you've seen. So that's the dynamic of our household. Now, we used to do daily screen time, just watching TV in the morning when my daughter woke up before school or whatever, and she would also watch TV while I was cooking dinner, and that would kind of be like zen quiet time where she would watch something on TV and I would be cooking dinner. That's just kind of how our routine was and how it worked. I don't want to say worked, but how it went for us. After speaking with a couple of friends who kind of implemented the no screen time daily thing, or at least during the week, or having special movie nights, I got really curious. Even though it's only my daughter and I almost felt like our connection, a lot of the time that we were together, be it me cooking dinner or making breakfast, I just felt like we were together but apart, if that makes sense. And so I really wanted to try to solidify our bond and grow a little bit closer, and also see if it helped with any emotional regulation, if it helped our morning routine, stress levels. I don't know. I just wanted to see what it did. And so I ended up implementing no daily screen time and only doing a movie night. And we usually do a movie night every Friday night. And I kind of didn't know what to expect. I thought we would do movies once in a while, or maybe a show randomly once in a while, but it ended up being just a Friday night movie night thing, and that's how it has gone ever since the very beginning of the summer. So in June. So June, July, August, September, October. We are 5 months? Wait, June, July, August, September, October. We are 5 months into this. This is wild. I didn't think it was that long, or I didn't think it had been that long, but I guess it has. So the plan moving forward is to not change anything. I feel like it is working for us. My daughter does not ask for screen time very often, if ever. The only times that it has changed is once in a while. It will be if it's a rainy day all day long, I might surprise her and say, hey, do you want to watch a movie? And so that's happened a couple of times where she's had 2 movies in 1 week. And also, now that it is football season, sometimes on Sundays, we like to watch Sunday Night Football. She's not intently sitting on the couch watching it like I am, but I'm not even doing that. I'm like cooking and watching it at the same time. But it will be on in the background some Sundays, football, but she's playing, and then when I cheer, she runs and watches, and she cheers, and you know how that goes. We've been finding movies at our local library for free, and she finds it so exciting to pick out her movie night movie. It's a special event. It's a special thing that she looks forward to. She also picks out, is she gonna have popcorn, homemade hot chocolate, a sweet treat, or are we gonna she likes Subway. Or are we gonna get Subway for dinner and have it be a thing? Or I'll make homemade pizza and she'll help me prepare it. It's just, I don't know, it's just become something that we both truly look forward to and enjoy. So that is kind of how we pick our movies. I did cancel almost all of my subscription services, so I'm also saving a little bit of money, and that helps. I did, since I'm watching football, I did go ahead and get like Paramount and what else? Oh, I have Peacock because that was only $1.99 a month. I had it on a Black Friday deal last year. So those are the 2 streaming services that I do pay for currently, but as soon as football is over, I will be canceling. As far as any changes that I've noticed, one of the biggest changes I have noticed is our morning routine is immensely better. It is stress-free for the most part. We're both humans, and I'm not a morning person. My daughter is though. It is so much smoother. I used to feel like a broken record in the morning saying, it's time to get dressed. It's time to get dressed. It's time to get dressed. It's time to brush your teeth. Come on, put on your shoes. Let's go. We got 5 minutes. We're gonna be late. I always felt like the mornings were stressed and rushed, even if we had plenty of time. Try to wake my daughter up so that she has plenty of time to eat breakfast and then play or do her thing. But I always felt rushed and stressed, and we were just barely making it places on time. Now, I'm not one who's always on time to places, but as far as bringing my daughter to school goes, I like to be prompt. And so now that she doesn't watch screen time in the morning, she just eats her breakfast and plays, mornings are so much calmer, easier. I sometimes will repeat myself because she's in the middle of playing and she wants to wrap it up and finish what the task that she's doing to move on. But for the most part, it's like she can focus instead of, you know, the show's not over, the movie's not over, or whatever in the morning, or there's another show coming on after. It's just so much easier for her to, I feel like, switch gears. And that's just been a massive change that I've noticed personally. I have no idea if that would help any other household or children. I just know this is what has been working for us, and these are the changes that I have found. An odd change that I did not expect was actually for me. As an adult, I get overstimulated. If there's so much chatter and noise, I feel like I can't focus, and it's fine until it's not fine, and then I'll get to a point where I'm just like, no more noise, I can't handle this. That was me when the TV was on in the background constantly, or not even constantly, but for a couple of hours while TV shows or movies were going on. And so now I am finding myself not overstimulated for the most part, most days. That was an unexpected blessing, just not having that background noise, which is wonderful. Sometimes I like, you know, music on in the background, but then I do have to shut that off after a little while as well. As far as behavior goes, I didn't really notice a significant difference in behavior or emotional change. I didn't really expect to, because we weren't dealing with a whole lot of behavior issues. I will say emotional regulation has always been something, it's like in the DNA. It's always been something we have to work hard on, and I feel like it's helped a little bit, but I don't think I've noticed any huge changes there. It's just been mostly a less stressful, calmer environment total. Another thing that I noticed that I was really hoping to notice was that I feel like our bond is even stronger. We've always had a really strong bond, just being at, you know, her and I daily, but I just feel that much closer. I felt like I was watching, there was a huge change when my daughter started watching movies. You know, when they're younger and they're toddlers and they're not watching TV, you're so close, you're constantly with each other. She's in the kitchen with me cooking and doing all the things, and I'm having a 24/7 eye on her just so she stays alive and safe. And then the change happened when she started watching TV and movies. I just felt like she was in here, I was in the kitchen or I was cleaning, we were doing the separate tasks. We were together, but we weren't together. And that's fine. The independence and separation is fine once in a while, but I just felt like we weren't as close as we once were. And so now our time is occupied. She helps me in the kitchen just like she used to when she was little, and she loves it. She'll go grab her step stool and she will help bake or taste test and mix things up, and it just brings me so much joy, and her as well, to see that side of her again that she used to when she was little. Another thing, we play games constantly. We're always playing board games, card games, whatever you can think of, and that always brings us closer as well. She has more time to read books. I have more time to read books to her and do fun activities together. So that our closeness, our bond has strengthened, and just I am so grateful for that, because I feel like we lost it for a little bit. I don't know how to describe it. We never have lost that close bond, but I feel like those who know, you know what I mean, right? You're together, but you're not together. You're not present in the moment together. We are definitely present in the moment together way more. So my daughter's always been pretty decent at independent play, but there was becoming issue with boredom, or once the movie or TV was shut off prior to me implementing this change, I would hear, "I'm bored, what should I do?" often. And now I almost never hear those words. I never hear, "I'm bored, what should I do?" Maybe once in a while if it's an extra long day where we've been inside a lot, maybe because of the weather, or maybe because it's just the day and I have a lot of stuff to do. So there was an adjustment period for about a week, maybe 2 weeks, where she didn't really know what to do with her time, and she was asking me what to do. "I'm bored." But that quickly changed, and I almost never hear that anymore. She is so creative. She's always been a creative person, but I feel like she's flourishing right now. Her creativity has just blossomed. She is able to go, find something to do or to play with, or maybe she loves writing stories, she loves reading books or playing pretend. And so I just feel like her independent play has absolutely grown and blossomed, and the fact that I don't have to hear, "I'm bored, what should I do?" is just the biggest blessing, because you're trying to cook, you're trying to clean or do the dishes, but also you feel guilty because you're not entertaining your child, but also you're like, you need to find something to do. And I don't have to direct. It's just so calming and relaxing. I feel like my stress and anxiety, or my temperament, was kind of volatile, and now it's just so much more calm, and I feel like my nervous system is regulated as well. I feel like hers is getting there. She's also just a child, but though it's just been such a positive experience. Now when we do have our movie nights or our movie, the TV goes off immediately after. Typically the movie night is at night, but there have definitely been times on a Friday night where after school we're outside playing with friends until it's dark. We come in, have dinner, and go to bed type of situation, so there's no time for the movie night. And there's been on just a couple occasions where she'll do it Saturday morning instead, and right after the movie, that's it. TV goes off, she shuts it off herself, she doesn't even ask for another one. It was an adjustment, like I said, for about a week or two, but then after that she totally got it, she understood, and she's totally cool with it as well. Even in situations where friends talk about certain movies or shows that are on, maybe Netflix or something, she doesn't seem to be bothered by it. I think sometimes she'll put something on her wish list to find for a movie night, but otherwise she doesn't seem bothered at all. She seems totally cool with it. We do spend a ton of time outside, as much as possible, of course. Now that she's back in school, we're outside after school until dinner or dark. At this stage, it's getting dark really soon. Now I live in Maine, if you aren't aware, and so of course it is freezing cold here in the winter, and just right now. It's getting colder and colder by the day. We do still go outside daily as long as the weather allows it. We're just not outside for 8 hours at a time like we are in the summer. And so I am very curious and interested to see how it goes. There have been moments where I've been tempted to turn on the TV just out of overstimulation. I don't know, just sometimes I'm like, it would be nice to have a moment and have the TV on, but I don't do it. I don't cave because she's never asking for it, but I'm very curious to know how it's gonna go in the winter, how I'm gonna feel, how she's gonna feel, just because we're gonna be outside for maybe like a couple of hours at a time, 1 to 2 hours at a time, depending on the weather, before we have to come in and warm up again. So my plan is to continue on the same path of doing just one movie night a week, but nothing is, you know, I'm not bound by that. If I feel like, hey, let's do an extra movie or something, we'll do yoga in the morning or something on kids' YouTube, but otherwise, I don't know. That's just the plan moving forward. It's going amazingly. Let me know if you've done the same thing. If you've noticed any changes in your child, let me know. Anyway, I thank you so much for watching. I hope I answered any of the questions that you may have. If I didn't, please let me know in the comments down below and I will try to get back to you. So thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you in the next one.